Hello. Good evening. Well, I tried to aim for half 11. Aim for 9:30. It's 25 to 10. All because my boiler went off. So when I was double cleansing, I had hot water and then I had no hot water, and I wasn't going to rinse my face in freezing cold water. So I had to push a reset on my boiler. Hence why I'm late coming on. How are we? We had a good Tuesday. Have we been up to anything exciting? So it's day 3 of my vitamin C treatment with niacinamide, squalane and other great ingredients, and 26% vitamin C in a freeze-dried bead. So if you've not seen the vitamin C treatment, stick around and I'll show you it. So hopefully you've had a good day. You might have seen this is my second live today, because I went live this afternoon because I'm doing the corporate challenges in the 250 club, and we had to go live or do a reel and talk about Sapria. Well, I love talking about Sapria because it's something I do hold very close to my heart. So if you've not seen that live, not yet, watch this now because I'm live. That live in the top corner. If you watch this on the replay, then you can go and scroll back up. But if not, stick with me. Come and drop a heart. Let me know you're there. And if you're watching this on the replay because the live box is not there, then put hashtag replay and hit the heart button so I know you're taking this video, because then I can come back and say thank you to supporting me and watching my videos. And also I can know who's watched, so I can come back and say thank you to you. Otherwise I don't know who's watched. You know, you could be one of my silent watchers who just sit there and watch and don't interact, and I don't know you're there. So comments, I know you're there and I can say hi. Right, vitamin C treatment. Yes, I keep mine in a box. You know me now, I'm a box girl. I keep everything in a box. So it comes in a box. You can get this, guys, with 10% off and FREE postage. So if you want to know more, put VitC in the comments. So you get an activated serum and you get 7 freeze-dried beads. So I have already used 2 out of the 7. So they're in there, keeping them nice and dry and away from any moisture, so they don't end up melting away, which they will do with the activated serum. So what I do is put it in, give it a squeeze, and then I've got about 3/4 to a full pipette, I think you call them, of the activated serum. As I said, these are the freeze-dried beads. Tip one out into the palm of your hand. Do the lid up so you don't drop the others, because I said they are so delicate and you want to keep them away from any moisture so they don't rehydrate. And then gently in the palm of your hand with your pipette, just drop the activated serum, all of it, onto that bead, and in less than a second or a couple of seconds it melts it back into a liquid. Mix it with your fingers, smush it on your fingers, and then pat it and swirl it and massage it around. I'm a smusher. You can do it more gently if you want to. You can do it in just the concentrated places where you want it. Me, I just smush it all over. And obviously don't forget your neck. And it absorbs into the skin so quickly. Doesn't leave a tacky residue, just leaves your skin feeling amazingly smooth, guys. So it's a 7-day treatment, so you can do it 7 days. You can do it in the morning, you can do it in the afternoon, you can do it in the evening. If you've been watching me for a while, you know how I like to do treatments in the evening, because that's when your skin is going to be working its hardest. because when we go into relax mode, our skin goes into repair mode. So our skin works harder when we relax. So that's why I do my vitamin C treatment. I'm sorry guys, I am not seeing any comments. I'm not even seeing my own comments. I'm not seeing my little two messages that come up normally when I go live. So I don't know whether the comments are working. So if you have commented, thank you. I'm not being rude, I just can't see them. Maybe you might not be on because you may not be used to me being on this early. Though I'm only about half an hour early-ish to what I normally am, so I'm not that early. So yeah, so let us know if you want to try our 7-day vitamin C treatment. As I said, you've got niacinamide, you have got squalane, and you have got 26% vitamin C in every single bead. That is a high concentrated amount of vitamin C I've ever seen in a vitamin C treatment. The vitamin C treatment is going to help to smooth out. It's going to help with your pigmentation, give you brighter, more youth looking skin within 7 days. And it's a one a month treatment. As I said, you can get this on subscription, but at the moment you can also get it on my new website with, so I've got tickly notes, with 10% off the price and FREE postage and packaging. So if you want to grab it and try it, now's your time to do it. So yeah, so that is all gone in. So this is to say, it's not sticky. In fact, I don't even feel that I've even done a treatment because it's gone, it's soaked in, and then I can go on with the rest of my treatment. Now, I do leave off the other serum, the Youth Collection serum, but I still put on my oil because that was a very runny liquid. Once it dissolves back down with the serum activator to bring the bead back to a liquid form, it is quite thin. You know, I always think of skincare, the order of skincare goes, the runnier the skincare goes on first to the thicker skincare goes last. So because this is quite runny and you know you need to get it on your face quick, obviously you don't want to leave it in the palm of your hand because it just go on the palm of your hand and then you waste it. It evaporates into your, not evaporates, it absorbs into your skin very, very quickly. So I like to go on now with my beauty oil, and then I would go on with my other serum which is slightly thicker, and then on with my moisturiser. But because I'm doing a vitamin C treatment, I leave the youth protection on, off, out of my nightly routine. I still do it in the daytime, but I just don't do it at night, so I don't do it doubled. So I'm just going to do a few drops of my beauty oil now that that vitamin C treatment has been absorbed, and then this can be absorbed into the skin. Now the beauty oil has also got squalane in as well, so that's going to help to lock in that vitamin C treatment so that it can get to work down into the deeper layers of our skin, so that when my skin starts going into repair mode later, when I start to relax, it's going to have all the help that it needs. Any excess oil, I like to rub it around my fingers and around my cuticles, because this is great as cuticle oil as well. Love it. Uplift Beauty Oil, guys. Again, if you haven't tried it, you can get 10% off and free shipping. Okay. So I'm just going to leave that now to absorb back in. Give it about, possibly about 5, maybe 10 minutes in between each stage. Obviously, I'm not going to do that when I'm live with you guys, because obviously I'm doing it in real time, but I'm not doing it in real time because I'm not conscious of you sitting there waiting for the next step. So I only give it about 2 or 3 minutes, then I go on with the next step. But if I wasn't doing it on camera like I do in the morning, I cleanse, I do my eye masks, then I do my eye cream, then I go on with my serum, and then I leave my serum about 5-10 minutes before I put on my day moisturiser, so it gives it a chance all to absorb in. Because when you put it whack on too quickly, the last one that you put on the one you're putting on top is watering it down, so it's not giving it a chance to do what it's got to do before you put the next stage on. So give it a little bit of a gap so that each layer of your skincare products can do their amazing job. And that oil, even though it's an oil, guys, it doesn't leave my skin slippery, it doesn't leave my skin greasy or oily. It just basically, again, absorbs into the skin and leaves my skin nice and smooth, which I absolutely love. So if you've ever used oils before and you think, oh no, you constantly go like this and your face is constantly oily, you don't get that with beauty oil, because it just absorbs into the skin and gets down into those layers that it needs to. So I'm going to leave that for a few more minutes. I'm going to go on with my lip mask. If you want my lip mask and my lip scrub bundle, just put lips in the comments, guys, and you can get 10% off and free and FREE shipping. If you want to add a lip balm to the other two lip products, then you are going to get a free, I said it, didn't I? A freebie. You get a freebie. And the freebie at the moment is our amazing splash lipstick in I think it's Love Latte, I think it's called. I meant to get it out to show you and I forgot, because it's in the purple box behind me. I'll try and get it out tomorrow, because I went shopping today and other errands I had to do, so I completely forgot all about it. I'll get it out and I'll show you on my live tomorrow night, because tomorrow night will be the last night that you'll be able to grab it before the changeover on Thursday. I think it's about 2 o'clock when we've got a new GWP. I know, you're going to say, what is a GWP? Do you want to know what a GWP is? Say yes in the comments and I'll tell you. If no one says yes, then I won't tell you. You have to message me or comment and I'll tell you what a GWP is if you don't know what a GWP is. I'll leave you to guess that one. Right, we'll put these away bit by bit so I haven't got all this out. And one thing I haven't done, which I'm going to do, is put my treatment back in the box. Put it in the box because that way I don't knock the serum over, because it's in a box. Keeps it me from knocking it over, because I am clumsy at knocking things out too. When I've got nail stuff out and I'm doing pigments or chromes, I make a mess. And one of my clients, she'll vouch for this, where I actually dropped a whole tiny little screw pot of chrome dust. It landed in my lap, and because it was so fine and the window was open behind me, it went on her. It went across my living room, which is 30 foot, to the bay window on the other side of the room. That was glittering. I managed to put most of it back in the pot. I managed to catch up on my actual pinny. Did I have a pinny on? No, I didn't have a pinny on. I didn't have my clothes on. I didn't have a pinny. That was before the day I wore, before I wore apron. And I managed to get some of it up and put it back in the pot. I thought I got most of it off me. I washed my hands and my feet and my flip flops and that I had on at the time. And then I went out and took my son to a town, couple of towns up from us, and we went and had fish and chips and we walked along the pier and the sun was out. I'm not joking you. I glanced down at my legs and my feet, and if any of you have watched the Twilight Saga, I was glistening in the sun like Edward with this chrome powder that was all over. Even though I'd washed my feet, washed my legs thinking I got it all off, I hadn't got it all off. So yeah, I like to put things away if I can as I go, because I end up knocking things over. That's why I keep that, especially the actual activated serum. Make sure that I've closed it up before I do anything else, because if I leave it on my countertop with it just the pipette sitting there and not do it up, I will knock it over, because I've done that twice. And you do get extra serum when you finish your 7-day treatment. There's still some serum left in the pot, which you can actually use that on your skin after the 7-day treatment. So you can just use that activated serum until it's all gone. So yeah, so if you're a bit clumsy like me, make sure you put everything away so you don't knock things over, because they're precious and you don't want to lose them. You don't want to knock them over. But yeah, my client, she went home and her cat obviously got in it, because her cat always likes to smell her fingers when she comes and has her nails done. And when her partner got home, her partner even said, "Why is the cat shiny? Why is she glistering?" Because what was on my client actually got on her cat as well. She transferred it to her cat when she got home. So yeah, she will always mention that. She comes on my lives and I talk about it, and she goes, "Yeah, you remember that?" And I go, "Yeah." She's never going to let me forget that. So yeah, so I do drop things. I do knock things over. You know, I did have a spell in my nail business when I was actually working with inks. Not a good look when you knock a bottle of ink over. So yeah, you have to be quick to mop it up, because, you know, if anyone's worked with inks in the nail art of the nail industry, you know how they are so runny, and they are just almost like spilling water. They just go everywhere. And yeah, not a good look. Right, that's my skincare done. So I said, if you want to know more about any of the skincare products you've seen me use, or you are not in a skincare routine and you want to be in a skincare routine but you're still not sure what you need or where to start, my inbox is always open, guys. And don't forget to comment on here, and I will comment back on here, and then we can take it to Messenger. Because if I just go straight into your Messenger, the chances are you're not going to see my message if we're not connected. If we're not friends or you're not following me, then you may not see my message. So by commenting on here first, then I can say to you, right, I'm sending you a message in Messenger, and then you can go and check it, and then you can check the spam folder and see whether it's in there. So that's why I always comment on here first and then take it into Messenger. So if you've got any questions, just drop them on here, and I'll get into your comment back and then message you. And if we are friends and you still want my help but you don't want to comment on here, then you can send me a message on Messenger, because we're connected and I should see it. Fingers crossed that Messenger doesn't play out my Facebook. Right, let me get my gummies. My favourite time of the evening. In fact, this bag is getting very, very low. In fact, I think I've got 3 days supply left in there. I've got 6 gummies left. So these are your hair, skin and nail gummies that are going to help to promote healthy hair, healthy skin and healthy nails. So if you've got brittle nails, or your hair's easy, breaks easily, or your hair, when you brush it, get a lot out in the brush daily, these are going to help to reduce the amount of hair that comes out in the brush. They're also going to help to keep your hair vibrant and hold back the grey. They are natural. They have no artificial colourants and no artificial additives. They are gelatin free, so they're vegan. They are natural, mango citrus flavour, selenium, germinated green pea, biotin, zinc, folic acid and B12. The only thing I recommend, that's why I take mine at night, is if you take these, make sure you are caffeine free 2 hours before you take them, and stay caffeine free 2 hours after you take them, because caffeine acts as a blocker for you to absorb the biotin. So you want the biotin to be absorbed, because that's the #1 vitamin in the beauty industry that is good for your hair, your skin and your nails, and you want to be able to absorb that. Otherwise, what's the point of taking them? So I'm going to pop these in and I'm going to take a note. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to put #replay if you're watching this replay, and hit the heart button so that I can come back and say thank you for popping on. And I will see you tomorrow night. Take care, guys. Bye.